this is a little dangerous. Hello, everyone. It's Charlton, and the president of Venezuela. There was an assassination attempt on him while he was giving a live address on live television in front of a long procession of parade of National Guardsmen, military officers who were all in formation. And actually, that's one of the videos is where they just kind of break ranks and take off. And it was two drones. I think it was two, I believe. I don't know if it was more than that. I think it was just two packed with explosives. Drones, that detonated, very close to him. I mean, he wasn't harmed, but you can see him react to it. His wife's right next to him. She does the same thing. They're both looking up. You can hear the explosion, and it's pretty crazy, So there's a couple different pieces of video of it. He's blaming people who have been exiled from Venezuela, as well as the Colombian government and expats that live in Florida. At one point it was being reported that he's basically blaming the United States, but then later, just a couple hours later, it seemed like he was asking for President Trump's help in hunting down, the expats and exiles, Venezuela, Colombian, living in Florida. So apparently, there's a fairly sizable population of Venezuelans living in the state of Florida. So let me look here. But a group known as the Soldados de Franies. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, which is soldiers in T-shirts, I think is a pretty funny, sort of good name. They're claiming responsibility. So, and here's one of the videos on their Twitter page. And before I play the video and unplug, and it says, and this is the translation, the operation was to fly two drones loaded with C4, the target, the presidential box. Snipers shot down the Santes drones to reach the target. We show that they are vulnerable. It was not achieved today, but it is a matter of time. They may have a point. I mean, these things have these have a big impact. These visual images of soldiers running away. Every man for himself kind of thing. And this is how this just happens. The grip that you have on power is, a lot of it is perception. And when people see that these images of your own soldiers, your own protectors running away, and it's every man for himself, it just can change things. So here's the video. I'll show you some.
A la Venezuela consciente, vamos a apostar por el bien de nuestro país. Ha llegado la hora de la recuperación económica y necesitamos.
There's another one of, hold on.
Ha llegado la hora de la recuperación económica y necesitamos.
Okay, so they're both the same clip. You just can't see his wife in the second clip. She just kind of gets cut out of the shot. But it's of the same thing. And it's pretty crazy, So apparently they detonated at a building, or at least one of them did. And he's managed to, Nicolas Maduro, who is, I think, like the hand-picked successor to, what's his name, Hugo Chavez. He's managed to hang on even though the country is in complete turmoil and has been for some time, and that it's basically been slowly breaking down. It's an oil-rich nation, and it's basically survived off of that, but I think it's gone industry after industry of just, nationalizing everything in the country. But it's gotten to the point where it's, inflation is crazy. People can't even get basic supplies like toilet paper and food and stuff like that. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled the country. And you have groups like this, like this Soldados de Franies, students, people just arming themselves with anything, slingshots or whatever. But it's just, I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying that, the numbers, once the people see how many more of them there are than the people actually that hold the power, that's when things can literally, break apart. And once that happens, it can happen, even though he's managed to hold on for some time. So, but it's pretty crazy, man. And like I said, he's blaming Maduro blamed the attack on exiles in the U.S. and Colombia and countries, and the Colombian president too, I think. Called on the U.S. government, Trump, to help fight these terrorists. He said 2 drones had deployed explosives in an attempt to assassinate him. 7 soldiers were injured in the attack and several buildings left damaged. Claims of responsibility denied by the Colombian government. Obscure group called Soldiers in T-shirts made unverified claim of responsibility. Said it tried to fly 2 drones at the president, but soldiers shot them down. Venezuela expert said Maduro will use the incident as an excuse to purge his enemies. And that is the story there, man. Alright, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.